I will sacrifice. So Bible says sacrifice is your reasonable act of service. Give out. Don't be greedy. So the professor looked at me and said, Prince, what's wrong with your people? I was so ashamed. Some of you go to places, you take anything you find. You go to washrooms, and then after using everything, they have to take some tissue and put it in their bag. You take anything. And I was growing up, my mom told me, said, Prince, and it has stuck with me. I ran an NGO and I was handling money. I never touched even the penny. I'm telling you. The first consignment I received was worth $1.5 million. At the time I couldn't pay for my rent. Some of you give justification of which you steal. There's no justification for evil. I'm telling you. You give justification for everything. And this happened and that is why. No. My landlord, who was a Muslim, was on my neck. I couldn't pay. I had the flashy. You know that day. It means you have experience. And then I received this gift from the US. And I approached a church leader. And I said, Brother Clement, this is what God has done. My desire of serving my community has come to pass. When I got the email, I never said, God, thank you. I can serve my people. Every leader, a true leader, has his people at heart. Not money, not fame, not riches, not glory. If you can't carry the burden of your people, you can't lead them. You can't. If you can't carry the burden of your family, the burden of your wife, the burden of your husband, the burden of anyone connected to you, forget it. You know what the man told me? Say, hey, Prince, why are you? You got 1.5 million Ghana cedis. Calculate it in new Ghana cedis. Let's times 16. 1.5 million times 16. No, you can. I want to get the figures. 1.5 billion. Yes. 1.5 million times 16. Are you sure? Yes, 24 something. No. 24 million Ghana cedis. 24 million Ghana cedis in the old Ghana cedis in billion. That will be about times what? Times 10. 10. Times, is it times 10? Yes. Times 10 is what? That's 240 billion. And I told him that I received this gift as donation for the poor. I will not touch anything. And I will tell you, even when we went there, I said, if you're a member of my family, pick 2, just 2. A friend of mine, she said she can tell you. I mean, you can like me or not, but it is not for me. We need stewards to rebuild our country. You hear leaders who put the interest of the nation first, and Ghana will be rebuilt. I said Africa will be rebuilt. He went ahead and checked the places where they sold those items, and then he brought it to me, and it was a lot of money. A friend of mine, I told him to help us to pack 40-footer container. He came with his car, packed it. I told him, Master, take 2 for your kids. And it's allowed. It's allowed. You can take 2 for your kids because you are coming to help us. And the guy came with a pickup. You remember? Pack things. Pack plenty. And nobody could tell. I went to him and said, Master, this is not for me. I'm only a steward. You have access to 2 offload. And that's what we're going to do. God is going to give us billions. But He's going to give us stewards. You will see the money not as a means of self-enrichment, but as a way of serving the living God. May God give you a faithful heart. A faithful heart. Say, I need a faithful heart. Say, God, I need a faithful heart. Sacrifice. Now take note of this 4 point under sacrifice. You make a living by what you get, but you make life by what you give. You make a living by what you get, but you make life by what you give. So many of us, we are just living, merely surviving. The Spirit of God has left us. We know we are not happy. You know, listen, if the heart, if the soul does not fulfill the will of the Father, you can never be happy. Etina omo to him say, "Onya power di diame." Now what crowds you are coming? You can eat and be fatty and drive the best car and live in the best mansion, but your soul will be in distress. I pray that you have life by what you give. Understand that what you give matters than what you receive. Am I talking to people here? What you give matters than what you receive. So make it a point in your life that you give and give and give. And sometimes it's not about money. It's about just about mentorship. It's not about any piano esika. Actually, bia nyame di bibi beto akoma so say ma obi. When you do it, onyame obeshia. Hallelujah. So the first point under that is that you make a living by what you get, but you make life by what you give. I pray that you make life. I say, I pray you make life. Number 2, or the second point under sacrifice. Life is not about duration, but about donation. Life. Jesus spent how many years on earth? 33, right? And he spent just a short time on earth. And is remembered forever. The measure of life is not in its duration, but in its donation. It doesn't matter where you are. The little time you have, if you can give yourself out, you'll be remembered forever. You'll be remembered forever. Ruth is now remembered forever because she gave herself out. She said, your God shall be my God. When you sleep, I will sleep. When you eat, I will eat. Whatever is for you is for me. Even your burden. Some of you are good friends only when things are good. You are good friends. If something happens to you right now, the way, sometimes something happens and the way people describe people as if they've never known them. Bitterness leads to self-destruction. May God save you from that.